Well, the dozer is finally here. Got it delivered evening before last. No, it was yesterday. I forgot what day it is. Come over here today to check, see how wet it is. Maybe I can get some work done, but I'm not coming over here and fighting the mud because it has rained its butt off the past 2 days. All this right here don't seem too bad. Let me go back here and look at my pit. And I've got an update on the little field over there. As of now, I will go ahead and clear it. I think we got all that figured out and situated, so. Well, yeah, our pit's not holding any water. Cannot believe that, because it forevermore coming downpour. It's actually the past 3 evenings, so get over here in the shade. It is hot and humid. All right. So I guess the story of the field over here is everybody's family, like right in this little area. So the guy that's wanting it done, technically it was his dad's, I guess. The deed just hasn't been changed over, but this woman, which would be, I think, his aunt or something, yeah, maybe, she's just been paying the taxes on it, is basically what it boiled down to. But it's like they're not in a fight with one another or nothing like that. She said the land is his. It's just not, I guess, on paper technically, but it belongs to his dad, which I think isn't alive anymore. So I'm not sure how that goes. But anyway, he called me back like 2 days later and said, you know, talk to the wife. So they want to go ahead and have it cleared. So I'm not worried about, you know, getting screwed over or nothing like that, because I probably would if these two, you know, didn't get along or some situation like that. But I talked to her the same evening that I called him, and she kind of explained the whole deal about it or whatever. But anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in the excavator and just go over there and start ripping that stuff out and letting it be drying out, and let this sit another day to dry out, because I just don't want to get in here and have to fight mud and then push a bunch of mud up in the hole and all that. But I'm just glad the dozer is here. So it's enough of me talking. Probably gonna put the drone in the air and do some drone footage. So yeah, now I kind of feel stupid for putting the first video out, but I guess it's just part of it. You just got to roll with it. If they hadn't decided to clear it, there wasn't nothing I could do but just get this job done and move on to the next. You know, you can gripe about it, I guess, all you want, but at the end of the day, you just gotta keep going, gotta keep moving. But I am thankful that I'm gonna go ahead and do it while I'm here. The only thing is it kind of messed me up. Well, it didn't really mess me up. It all kind of worked out because I had some projects to come up that I had to take care of, and it rained, so it worked out that I still got to work somewhere else. But all the stuff that I did have ripped out over there, I went ahead and burned, because I didn't think I was going to get to clear that. So that's kind of what I was going to use to get the fire going over there. But I'm kind of glad I got it going now, because it rained so much and it just would have been waterlogged anyway. But, all right, it's enough of me talking. Let's get to work. All right, I'm gonna try to do the voice. Still ain't found me a controller holder. Sam's supposed to be figuring that out for us. I ain't heard from him. Can only find one that you attach on like on bicycle handlebars, and I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but anyway. Most of this stuff right here the bush hog can handle. Really all this stuff right here it can. But I just want to go ahead and rip most of it out of the ground. Just give me some room to work, really, room to start setting stuff. What I kind of worry about with a bush hog and some of this stuff is leaving stops behind, and then because that can poke holes in tractor tires pretty easily. There's just too much stuff in here that's too big, and it's too in between, you know, bush hogging it or just ripping it out of the ground. And that would probably be a little bit faster, but by the time I run through here and dodge everything, I think this is just going to be the quickest and easiest and the best product anyway. The ground is softened up. It's softened up a good bit, so that's kind of good too. Let's take this stuff and windrow it right here beside me. I don't want to put it in, you know, just one in really big piles just yet, to kind of let it air out and dry out. Because the way our weather's been, you know, these pop-up showers, I don't want things to get just really soaking wet. And too, when I get done, I'm going to bush hog the whole field regardless, and just knock down all the little stobs that break off, and, you know, mulch all this stuff up too. So it's gonna get bush hog too. But with that stuff, all this big stuff gone, and I can zip through it pretty quick. It probably won't take, I don't know, 30-45 minutes to bush hog it. Kind of helps too once you get a pile like this moving around, grabbing these little trees, they don't break off as bad. Kind of see where I'm at now. That little strip through here, that's what I bush hogged, you know, a couple months ago when I first come down here, which I was already down here with the 306 and the 299, but that was about the time that the 299 was going to get sold, so I was going to do this job with the 306, but I'm kind of glad now that I got this one. I got this machine down here. It would have took probably 3 times as long, really. We've had some pretty rough windstorms come through a couple spots. I know Rook, he's been busy pulling trees off houses again. Good old sweet gum. Started to take the day off because those projects I had to do for my maintenance side, they was pretty rough. A lot of welding and cutting and grinding, and it was just a hot job. I'm just about drained. But I've got a lot of jobs lined up for this thing, so I've got to get done what I can. Kind of wondering how the drone will do following the skid steer. Probably not too great. I wish they just put a feature on it that it would follow whatever you got it locked on, and not just try to pick up a human or a vehicle. It's kind of dumb. Some of these trees, some of them are coming out of the ground pretty easy, and some of them are just still locked in there. Pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of stuff getting hung in my bucket teeth like I always do. Especially this little stuff. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff going over here with the dozer. Should be dried out enough if it don't rain this evening. I'm really amazed that my pit hadn't filled up with water. I've got a video that's titled Dug My First Pond or something like that. I don't remember. But the thumbnail, it's got like gone fishing on it. And my fire pit where it filled up with water. That's the job that was right down the road. That's what I was expecting to happen with this pit over here, because it's just right down the road and same soil. I guess the only good thing is it didn't have a lot of runoff going in it. Alright, a lot of that stuff I can bush hog. Wish this stuff would come on out of the ground, that way I'm not scratching my machine all to pieces, but I guess it is what it is. Fly y'all around a little bit. I like this because it helps me see where I'm at. See how much further we got to go that way. See, most of the bigger stuff is like right in there. A lot of little stuff in this little area. And you can kind of tell the bigger stuff from the smaller stuff, which back in this back corner, I guess it's only that one little spot kind of right there where it's, you know, small stuff anyway. But anyway, I'm just going to keep on trucking through here and doing what I'm doing. This thing descends pretty slow. Well, it does in normal mode anyway. If I put it in sport mode, she'd buzz around pretty quick. Get a little small tree like that, pulls the whole machine over. Okay, the drone's wanting to come home, so I guess I'm going to I'll put the camera back in the cab and we'll continue on here. This thing's hard to land when you ain't got nowhere to land it in these tall grass. Alright, I've been making my way. I've gotten a pretty good bit. I've already made it to the other end of the field, and I'm turned back, heading back the way I came in now. This part right up in here looks pretty thick. I hit some patches up in here that's just dry as a bone. When the dirt comes up, it's just like powder. It's pretty weird, and in some spots it's a little wet. I was hoping it would be a little softer. A lot of this stuff is just wanting to kind of break off. I'm trying to grab it at the base of it, but again too, I don't want to get a bunch of dirt and stuff mixed in with it. But it's going to be alright. know it's hot outside when I gotta bump the air conditioner up to on the second level. Usually I just run it on first level of the fan. That's plenty for me, but I might have to bump it up to speed number 2. It's first world problems. The sky's looking, it looks like it's gonna rain again this evening. Every day about 2 o'clock it starts getting real hazy, and about 4 or 5 it starts rolling in. Like the clouds are being generated somehow. Those crazy conspiracy theorists. Funny how they're always right. Did I say that? Probably just lost 100 subscribers right then. Gone. This is where a Pro Link thumb or progressive link, whatever you want to call it, come in handy. Another year or two and this field will be really bad. I don't know, I think they got somebody lined up to start cutting these fields for hay. I know the one that I did down the road there, that's what they would want to do. Big enough, really. Stump out of the ground right there. It's definitely gonna make this place look different. All the neighbors may not like it, they'll be able to see one another then. I know where I live, I don't want to see my neighbors. I can. Which I may have been known to do a time or two. I always tell Rookie, you better show up and let me know you coming, because you don't never know. He don't care. I hope this stuff dries out pretty quick. Probably the biggest tree on it right there. Like that tree right there that I didn't see there scratching my, it's got huge thorns on it. Close to me, I just can't do nothing with the thumb. Scooping up a bunch of dirt. I don't know how long it's been since this field was bush hogged. It probably ain't been, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years maybe. Judging by these trees, it don't take long at all. Not long at all. Tractor can only do so much too. Me and Tim L was talking about a flail mower. I'd like to have one of them. I think I'd rather have one of them than I had that bush hog I got. I just don't like those. I don't like a rotary cutter. Just way outdated. I mean, I know they do good, I guess, but for what they're doing to the machine, you're really limited. Even though that's the biggest skid steer, you know, they make, you're still limited with what that cutter can do. It is hard on the machine. I don't care. Even if the machine is made for it, it's hard on it. I think a flail mower would be a little easier on the machine. I've never ran one though. But I don't like bush hogging. I'd rather do, I'd almost rather just tell them let this stuff grow up another couple years and then call me back. I'd just rather deal with a little bit bigger stuff. It's just right at that point where it's not big enough, but then again it's too big to bush hog it. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. another hour, maybe. I've got to go pick up my son, and then I'm just going to take it easy this evening. Come back and hit it hard in the morning. So I'll do a flyover of it. See what I got done today. Give y'all an update what she's looking like. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I know I still gotta burn it, but that shouldn't take too long. At it here for a little while. I'll show y'all how far I get to. So appreciate your comments, supporting. The videos seem to be doing a little bit better than they have been. It's nothing to really brag about, but I still appreciate each one of you that leave me a comment and like it. And I know that there's some out there that always watch but they never comment, but y'all leave me a comment. Just let me know where you're from. I like seeing where people are from, how far off y'all are, and even just if you're not very far off. I got a couple folks just down the road on the coast. I wouldn't mind being at the coast right now. I don't care much for the beach, but sometimes I'd like to go down there and just sit for a day, but man, that's a long ride. Alright, well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep your eyes open. I'll see you later.